We here with Vinny and there, man.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah.
What do you do for fun?
I fight, but they told me when I pulled up, they was like, yo, if you ain't with Vinny tonight, we ain't gonna sell no tickets. So
I mean,
what you gonna do?
My life a vibe. My life a vibe. My life a vibe. My life a vibe. My life a
welcome everybody to today's episode. I'm your host, Vinny Freeman, and we are joined by legend Rittz.
Man, I'm here with Vinny Freeman. This dude didn't give me no money. He fucking coaxed me into this shit. No, okay, go ahead.
The check bounced.
The check bounced.
Bounce.
Man, dude said,
Bounce.
hey, man.
Bounce.
He said, hurry up and do this interview.
Yeah, dude, we gotta get the fuck up out of here. No, but we are blessed by Sharkies to chop it up in their basement at the moment, where this is actually normally where they stuff me. They stuff me down here.
I know, and if you ain't heard his music, go check him out.
Yeah, they stuff me down here.
I'm just giving him hell because he gave me an interview.
But let me get my little note cards too.
Yeah.
So I dove through a bunch of your interviews last night because I didn't want to hit you with no cliche fucking bullshit questions you've already had. Where'd your name come from? The cracker?
Yeah, my manager was like, he like you told him, like, it's gonna be easy. I was like, yeah, I kind of hope he kind of asks me some dope questions.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't really care. Like,
I got some cliches, and then once we get vibing a little bit, we can crack through that.
I appreciate you. And
So so what's got your attention at the moment? Because that's the whole "it's always now" vibe. Like, we don't care about the past. We care about the past. We don't stress about the past. We don't get anxious about the future.
As far as music?
No, what's outside of music? Even outside of music. This is behind the music. We all know.
Yeah, I'm on a black girl kick right now.
Yeah?
I don't know, but
I be fucking with the black girls too.
But they don't like me. Like, I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm on right now.
Maybe it's the hair thing, dude. Because I
know.
I get some. I get some.
You know
hair.
why? They can look at me and be like, nah, man. Sorry, anybody's offended, but yeah, that's what I've been on. But no,
I respect that.
Hell no. I'm married.
Are you married?
My wife. Yeah. Hell no. But now what I'm on right now is I have a new project I gotta write in the next 2 months, and that's what I'm on.
What's the name of that project?
I don't know.
Don't know?
Nah, I just started getting beats from my homeboy Seven. Shout out to Seven, Michael Summers, and just happy about that shit. Okay. And but yeah, that's what I'm on. I mean, I'm sarcastic and like to joke, but yeah, that's what I'm on. Just about to write soon, and I haven't tapped into writing. I've been writing since 1992. So like, I don't like pick up a pen and pad like just when I hear a beat. I wait till the last minute and write. And so yeah, but it's about to go down. I gotta write.
I feel like I get the best crunch when I'm under pressure too. Like I pull the best out of me.
See, there you go. Somebody told me before. His name's Yellow Wolf. This motherfucker was like, "Man, Rittz works good under pressure." I was like, I do. I wait till the last minute. So it's last minute. We're at last minute though.
I got this bar where I saw my last minute Vinny to the day I fucking die.
Last minute Vinny. I love that. If I steal it, don't sue me.
But what other art forms you fuck with? I saw you got the cooking thing. That's a big passion of yours.
Yeah, of course. I'm so lucky. I get like shout to Alice Gunn, Shelley, certain Food Network people hit me up, and I've had different opportunities with food. Sorry to keep adjusting my sunglasses and stuff.
Get right, Pam. Get right.
But yeah, food stuff. Yeah, and I just love music as well. But I don't get to listen to it as much. I don't drive that much. So when you gonna listen to it? I'm not a headphone having ass motherfucker.
No.
Nah, cause what am I supposed to do? Sit in headphones in my couch? I got a wife and shit. I got bills.
True.
It's like Cat Williams where he tells Michael Jackson, "You don't climb trees." It's like, no, I got bills.
I climbed a tree about probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Well, that's dope.
I'm gonna be honest.
I ain't never climbed a tree. I don't think.
I climbed a tree about 2-3 years ago. Because of that, I'm like, man, I don't know the last time I climbed a tree. So that
right. But no. So in other words, what I'm into though is like cooking, and I love music. I love. And I appreciate your questions too. I've been really what I like right now is Justin Timberlake's Tiny Desk.
Okay, I haven't caught that one yet.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I like Summer Walker. I like Chris Brown. I like stuff like that. As far as music goes.
A Tiny Desk I did not expect to fall in love with was the Migos. I thought I was gonna.
I haven't watched it.
I thought I was gonna hit like it came on like randomly. I was about to like hit skip, and I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
actually, this is.
Oh man, you know how many texts I got? Like, yo, Rittz, because everybody knows Scarface, one of my favorite rappers. Like, you see Scarface Tiny Desk, and just like I said, the same thing as wearing headphones.
Juveniles was wild.
Oh, his was dope. Manny
Juveniles
Fresh
was
went out in the
wild.
crowd. Yeah. But that's to answer your question.
One of the first albums I ever bought was the 400 Degrees.
Oh my God, one of the greatest albums of all time. Yep.
So in a previous interview, I saw you talk about the CNT, which is clientele,
Yep.
and how you got a cease and desist on that.
Yeah.
I know I said I wasn't going to address too much on the
No, you
the
can't.
Ritz cracker thing, but have you ever gotten any issues with that?
No. The only thing I got from that was like in the MySpace days, I had to be called Ritz the Rapper instead of Ritz the Crapper. I mean, the Ritz the Cracker.
Okay. And you do the spelling difference too, right? Isn't it spelled
Well, I had
different?
to add two T's, yeah. But like, so now they didn't give me anything. And thank you, Ritz Company.
Don't.
Yeah, but nah.
Okay, that's fine.
Changed it up. But the clientele stuff, though. So here's the thing with that. I was a kid in, I think, 7th or 8th grade, and I saw this Dr. Dre shit when he was world class record crew, and he had an artist with him called Clientele. I didn't know. I thought that was how it was spelled. So me and my crew, we were Clientele, CLI-N-DEL, but that's his name. So I get it. So like, when I try to speak to my fans, I hate using the word fans, but like when I started, it was like, damn, okay, so we're clientele, and everyone's like, it's clientele, because I had to take out the dashes, and I got that cease and desist, as I should have got, because that's his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how that started.
My first, because my It's Always Now is very similar to the CNT thing. It's like my brand, my movement, my people, the whole movement, the It's Always Now movement. And I was originally going to be Back Alley Entertainment, but that was somebody else had that. Yeah. But honestly, MySpace days, somebody just had the MySpace. I tried to hit them up to get rid of it. They wouldn't, and I was just like, you know what? And I'm glad they didn't. You know what you ever watch like Trailer Park Boys? I don't know.
I haven't in years. No, I haven't.
You're aware of it though, right?
Oh, Trailer Park Boys, like not the cartoons. You talking about with homeboy?
Like Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles.
Yeah,
the Canadian dudes.
Yeah.
So they got like a subgenre movie, and I'm kind of going on a tangent right now, but
No,
it's
cool,
called
it's cool.
SwearNet, and they're Canadian,
We could tantrum it out.
and they're pitching a show called Mama Cunt
Oh,
to a Canadian television show. And their network is called CNT.
Oh,
it's the
man.
Canadian National Television Show. And they're like, we can't air a show called Mama Cunt. And they're like, your station's one letter away.
right. No, well, hey, I won't send a cease and desist to them. But either way, back when I was young, we all called ourselves CNT regardless. And, it's just since years from then there's been, CMB or whatever. There's been all kinds of, what is that called, an acronym?
Yeah,
or?
the acronym.
Yeah.
One thing that I was stoked when I made the It's Always Now movement is my one of my like first believers in booking agent is his name's Ian, and that's the acronym of It's Always Now is Ian.
Oh, word,
so I was
word.
always like,
Well, I hope you're getting it clear of that and you can prosper.
oh yeah. So was Rittz always like was always your name?
Yeah, I mean, in 7th grade, which was 1992, I was MC Red.
Okay. So yeah, so you did have a prior name to Rittz.
I think everybody
I was
does.
Jay Scribbles.
Yeah, I was MC Red, and I used to rap like Willie D. That was my favorite artist from the Ghetto Boys. I'd be like, I'm MC Red, I'll shoot you in the head. And but no, Rittz came along around 1994, and it was a good name. And but then it was cheesy white boy shit, because then you're like, what are you, Nabisco, like saltine? But I'm glad it's same. But the reality was the same thing with me getting lucky enough to be called White Jesus. Like I got ahead of the curve and it stuck with me, and there's no lawsuits there. I'm White Jesus. So.
You ever watch Black Jesus, the TV show?
No, I haven't, but I did learn that Jordan was called Black Jesus on the basketball court after, what's that shit called, the Netflix shit, the damn Last Dance.
The Jordan doc.
Yeah. I didn't know he was called Black Jesus. So
When I found out about that, how that man gambles, I was like, whoa.
Well, the fact is, we're talking about Michael Jordan, one of the biggest stars in the world, and the fact is, people call him Black Jesus, and I own White Jesus. I'm White Jesus. I got lucky. That's not even part of my luck. Like, yeah, it was cool. So,
No.
but no, Rittz came from actually a midget friend of mine. I don't want to call him midget. Short. I don't know what the term is. Either way, his name's Lil Jeff, and he used to call me Rittz, and it's just stuck.
I always wondered why, and I try to find the politically correct term for that, and I just feel like little person's a little more offensive.
I don't know, but my buddy doesn't give a fuck. I just remember him punching my homeboy in the face. He likes to scrap. He's a wild ass dude. So
Now,
like,
oh, sorry to interrupt you.
no, you didn't interrupt me. I'm just saying, like, but he excuse me, he named me Rittz, which was cool.
Okay. I was called Jay Scribbles was one of my first.
Jay Scribbles.
Because I used to just sign all my papers.
Scribbling
I
up.
made my signature, which obviously my name was James, which.
Yeah.
And a teacher said it one time, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a good rap name." But I was too worried I'd have to do like the for shizzles, the izzles. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, back what was
driving
that?
with Jay Scribbles is hard.
2003.
Probably even further than that.
Nah, but I'm talking about Snoop Dogg record. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Snoop.
And then I was Vin-E because I was a big Eazy-E fan.
Oh,
but everybody thought it
word.
was Vine, so I was like, "Nah, it's Vinny."
Oh my
And-
God, dude! So I used to cook at a restaurant that got like 7 orders a day. So I would like just practice this Rittz autograph for years.
I tell everybody you got to practice your autograph.
Yeah, I
so you
used
can
to-
bang
yeah.
it out.
Do it for years, dude. And even then, somebody was like, "Yo, you tatted bitch on my homie's arm." I was like, "Nah, man, that just looks like a figure eight."
So one thing I thought was interesting is I was talking to a buddy. I'm like, "Yo, I'm about to have Rittz on the podcast. Super stoked." Is
By the way, thanks for having me.
oh no, thank you for taking the time. I never realized, I guess, the correlation with, and I'm backtracking a little bit. I guess with Strange and Juggalos.
Okay.
I didn't know y'all were like I was down with the clown growing up, and I didn't realize y'all correlated like as much. Like, am I mistaken, or did y'all like?
Well, my situation is way different.
Have you ever worked with them or no?
Yeah,
you
of
ever
course.
done you've done like the gathering and shit,
Of
right?
course,
Yeah, I figured
and
as much.
man, Juggalos support me so much. I love them so
Oh,
much.
huge fan too.
But
Don't mean to
I
sound.
didn't like. It didn't like.
I guess I just didn't realize your guys' like universe being so
Yeah,
like
but it didn't.
knit.
I mean, not that this is no disrespect. It's just like, let's just be honest about my life. It just was like Yellow Wolf signed to Eminem, and I've been coming up for years before I even met him, and he couldn't do anything with me. So there's Willpower, who was his producer, who produced Trunk music and Pop the Trunk and Good to Go, and just basically his whole album that put him on with Eminem. And they went out to Strange Music, and I ended up signing with them. And so I had no idea what I was jumping into.
Okay.
So I had no idea.
And that's just kind of how the dominoes of that fell and stuff.
I had no idea, but thank God the Juggalo people fuck with me.
Oh,
'cause-
it's an amazing, and I hate the word fan base too, but they're
no,
amazing.
yeah,
group
I
of
mean, I
people.
don't hate the word, but I just don't like to see.
It's got a very insensitive.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm just lucky that people even like support me. But the fact is, like, from Juggalos, that's a Tech 9 thing. That's a Strange Music thing that happened, and I just ended up being with them through association with them going out to their warehouse and doing one record, like so, and that's how that happened. And a lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
So I'm jumping ahead in my little
It's all good.
questions, but tonight's an interesting lineup. You, Young Jock, Yin
It's
Yang
really
Twin.
cool. Yeah,
Yin
really
Yang
cool.
Twin.
Really cool.
How did something like this transpire?
It's one of them emails you get.
Yeah.
But the fact is, like, they're from East Atlanta, and talking to a dude from Yin Yang Twins today, he was like, most of us on the west side. It's like, my homeboy's from East Atlanta, and so it's just cool to talk to them. Like, I'm from the suburbs in Gwinnett County, what they call the North Side, where Migos got popular for representing, but I was the dude been representing that since 1992. But the fact is, like, they know my own boys from East Atlanta. So the fact is, just doing a show like this is so cool. It was awesome.
Definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting bag. So I know you've said on before in podcasts that you don't have other artists signed to your label, but let's say hypothetically you were to sign an artist, who would that be?
I don't know if that would. Well, one, it's a very hypothetical question.
Very hypothetical. Like, let's say, like,
Yeah,
you know,
it would never happen.
Red Bull hit you up and they're like, dude, we need you to build
Yeah,
a team.
they're not gonna hit me up.
They did, though, and you're building a team.
Yeah, but they're not. but anyway, I know what you're asking. No, I would sign like Cheeto Gambino, North Guard from Northside. I would sign some ghetto ass shit my fans wouldn't even understand. Fleetwood Fred, Take 228, and I might not even be able to sign them. But thing is, man, the reason why I'm not, and I know you've seen this before, I ain't signing nobody because I don't want to fuck nobody. So
Believe me, I got to a position in my career where I thought I could manage another artist, and I realized I was able to at least bring them to my bracket.
Yeah.
But it's so hard with also being an artist yourself, and
I'm just not trying to be that. I'm CEO. I'm CNT Records here. You want a record deal?
it's
It doesn't mean shit. Like it's so weird.
and it's been so like
It's just weird, dude.
that position has been very demonized too. You know what I'm saying?
Or-
Especially with the media, with like, you know, the I guess the
Well,
ditties
don't
and
get-
shit like that.
Don't get me wrong. If you have the hookup, if you have the income to give them, or have that presence to give them, but I don't want them. I don't want somebody that I like to dislike me. You know what I'm saying?
I do, because
So CNT's a LLC that I get and money for, doing my thing, and I ain't gotta pay nobody else a percentage.
that's it's always now. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I do this for, and you know, when I have guests like you on.
I mean, I wish I could. Don't get me wrong. I wish I was like a mogul and like had this big label, but that shit is not the move in 20 fucking 17. This shit ain't the move.
No, it ain't. And you know, I've watched you talk about your writing process and how it takes you a respectable amount of time. And I'm a person who likes to take every ounce of time.
Yeah.
But it's funny, then I end up usually writing it in that last minute burst. But one of the reasons I do this thing is to feed the content beast that is today. Like, cause like I feel like a lot of artists oversaturate their sound.
Yeah.
And it's funny that, you know, you as an artist, as at your level, still have that feeling. It's inspiring at the same time where
The fact is, man, you know what the fact is? I actually have just not a few, but you know what I mean? Like, people that actually give a fuck whatever I come up with. So that's the main thing.
and I do know that.
It's about
I
them.
also, those motherfuckers need to stop because we're tired.
No, but I'm
No, I'm just
saying,
kidding, we
like,
love you.
the fact that someone will watch this that because they love me for some reason. And so that's what makes me right at the end of the day. But
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I'm
I've
saying.
been rapping since 1992, so I don't hear a beat and go. I work last minute, and I work good under pressure, and that's what I do. You know, it's hard to say. In other words, I was down here with Vinny, and I just don't. I'm not gonna go back to my hotel room tonight and pick up a pad. I'm gonna go to sleep and do this. But the fact that I got fans that give a fuck what the fuck I'm doing, like I said, I hate using the word fan, but the fact that I got supporters is that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that. So, in one of your prior interviews, you talked about, I want to say this is the one with the old Funk Volume, Dame Funk Volume.
Oh yeah. I don't even. Did that come out? Shout
Yeah,
out to
that's
Dame.
how.
Shout out to
Dame.
Dame.
I watched that. I want to say it came out about 2 months ago.
Oh, word,
So,
word.
yeah.
Shout out to Dame, man. Funk Volume. Man,
grew
Jaron
up on-
Benton, one of the best rappers ever.
Our first stage dive was with Jaron Benton. My
One
first
of the
tape.
best rappers ever. Keep that in the interview.
Yeah,
One of the best rappers ever.
hands down.
I mean, he might be scared to come rap with me in a hotel room, but if you put me and him on the table like this, that motherfucker is dangerous. He's so good, man. He's so good. I love that dude.
He's amazing.
God,
A
he's
great
so-
performer too.
God, he's so good.
Yeah, it was. I want to say it was me, him, Locksmith, and Webby.
Word.
It was-
All good guys.
But any, you know, artist, you talked about, you know, how when you were first coming up, how there was some artists you could have had the chance to work with but didn't.
Yes. I will. So to say that would be Futuristic.
Oh, okay.
Futuristic's my homeboy. Shout out Futuristic.
He's on my like bracket of to work with. He's on my to-do list.
But it's one of those things like where you get a feature in your email and you're like, hey man, you gonna get this?
And that would have sounded so fire too.
Well, either way, we've already done features since then. We've talked
Okay.
about it and all that stuff. And like, I don't want to like jerk him off and make his ego big or nothing, but like when you get somebody that does that and you just like don't do it because like you're lazy to put in the work. Same thing with Jaren. Like, dude, like, why don't you do 1 million records with Jaren? Guess why? Cause it's hard. That motherfucker rap his ass off.
Well, and I think people like, and I'm assuming you're relatively close with some of these people too. So when you're kind of close with these people, like I know
with Jaren for sure, and Futurist my homeboy. But I'm saying like, not to interrupt you, but I mean like when Futuristic made me think about that because he blew up after that, or it'd be like from Webby, shout to Webby that took me on tour and done all kinds of things. Like sometimes you get guys that throw you features. Even my boy DJ Chris Christ is my DJ. Like he'll throw me some of his friends, people, and I might not react. And next thing you know, shout to my boy Demon Jones. Like next thing you know, people are making noise. And damn, it's like, yo, why didn't you do that feature for me, you lazy ass motherfucker? But sometimes it's like, shit, you scared, man. They expect you to come on the best verse in the world. Yeah.
I can see that. But I've only been put in a position a few times. So I don't mean to.
No, hell no.
Correlate or like.
No, we definitely correlate.
Fucking, I've only been in a position a few times where I was like, ooh, I got to really like put my nose to the table. But those feelings are good too, though. That's I feel like when we get our best work.
They're good, but also like when you're too lazy to not write them, and they like next thing you know, they blew the fuck up. But like, I should have did that.
No other ones besides Futuristic that you can think of?
No, but he's the one I talked about. Your reference was.
Okay. Yeah, I was always like, when I heard that, I was like, who could have that been?
Your reference was dealt with Futuristic, and Futuristic don't be an asshole because you're a shout out, man, crazy bastard. But I remember like, yo, you gonna get this, and we talked about this. I was like, yo, but by then he was like, dude, you already did features for me. It's cool, but like years later, it's like, man, I wish I would have done features for you. But I was just too lazy to keep up with you because people be trying to out-rap me, and they're good. They're just very good rappers. Yeah. So it takes a lot of energy.
That's a very respectful
Yeah.
angle. So,
Homeboy.
With your mass, collection of features and collaborations, who's somebody you want to collaborate with?
Oh, man, old school people like Scarface, like Too Short. I mean, I already collabed with Too Short, but like... man, Sade, Justin Timberlake, people like that, like shit I'll never be able to touch. Sade's my favorite artist in the world. Stuff like that. Big Boy from Outkast. Outkast, period. Just, man, goddamn. I mean, like I said, my whole that's Big Boy. I stole that shit. And I'm not scared to admit it, man. That's just, I used to try to dress like him.
So I believe there's no such thing as an original idea. Everything was inspired. Everything was inspired from something.
Most likely, yeah.
Art imitates life. Life imitates art. It's constant.
Sometimes you got these little geniuses that come up with some shit.
There's some savants and definitely some people who are like.
But I know what you're saying. It mostly comes from
somebody heard somebody do something that they wanted to do.
You either improve on it or false.
I got a joint with the game where I'm like who, and like that's totally from Ferg.
Yeah.
Putting work.
Yep.
But
but you gotta own that though. You gotta respect them, and hey, man, just like I'm giving Big Boy props.
Is there somebody you worked with that was a tough, collaboration to get to? Someone you were like, ooh, I like. Really put.
Hey, look, man, we're here with Vinny, and this dude just set off the fire alarm.
Yeah, we got gas blowing down.
This guy just he started a fire. Yo, see if you can hit a button.
What the?
You want me? I'm like thinking it's like my parents thought you could hit that button.
But just the smoke alarm. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
If it don't stop in a few minutes,
everybody's gonna get evacuated.
It's the universe telling us.
God, no, fuck that universe.
This ain't it.
No, it's just some bullshit fire alarm. Yeah.
Somebody must be smoking.
Tell him we
wish.
ain't smoking nothing, man. Vinny was smoking a blunt over here.
Wow, man.
I'm so. Yeah, your girl did it.
They stopped me up there because I didn't have a yellow.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right.
Did you set up the alarm, man?
So, all right.
Your girl, okay.
So we back once again, and I'm still here with Rittz, and we're still in the basement at Sharky's. And so, is there anyone that was just like a real difficult fish to catch, feature-wise, collab-wise?
Oh yeah, everybody. Everybody's a fish to catch.
Because I'm sure you saw my approach on this interview and how I booked you. Is you ever got booked that way?
That was non-complicated. Nah, the main thing is when you like try to get a feature from like someone you care about, and like you're like, yo, I want like and I'm just using an example. No offense, dude. Like E40 came through strange. That's not what I'm using. Like he wasn't actually a problem, but like hell,
Just
nah.
more the steps to get there.
Yeah, in other words, I want a song with Big Boy, but like, man, they thought I said like the N word on the song because I said think it. Like I would never say that, but I'm saying like it's so it's hard to get a feature from anyone that. Yeah, it's hard from everybody. I've never had like an easy one. Shout out to my boy Sugar Free, one of my favorite features I ever did, and he did that shit, wrapped that shit up, made my song cool as fuck. But nah, like it's always a pain in the ass though.
I've used Cameo to reach out to a lot of artists to work together. I got Gilbert Godfrey actually to do a interlude on my last project before he passed away. I'm big. You fuck with stand up at all?
Who?
Like Gilbert Godfrey?
Gilbert Godfrey?
Yeah, I had him do an interlude
Come
on my last
man,
project.
All this shit, 80s.
Yeah.
Gilbert
So
Godfrey.
yeah, I figured you know who Godfrey is because my last project that I'm working.
I mean, I knew he died now that you said it, but yeah, hell yeah.
God rest his soul, but
Hell yeah, man. It's hard to like try to find people. It's just like 21 Savage and like what Metro Boom put out that album, which is one of my favorite projects ever, actually. And they had Morgan Freeman doing his Morgan Freeman ass talk.
I'm a big fan of shit like that.
Yeah, so it was so cool. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I had Mike Jones host the last project I had too.
Mike Jones.
Shout out Mike Jones. He's someone I really want to get on here.
That's what I'm saying. It's so cool. Like, man, the thing is, man, rap shit or just people get judged for who they are and what time they were popular. It's just so cool for just working with people either you like or people that have made a name. It's just so cool, man. Mike Jones.
What's one of the last concerts you went to as a fan?
You know what's fucked up, dude? Here's the fucked up thing about me. I've only been to 3 concerts in my life, man. I went to the first concert I ever went to. My boy took me to see the Roots, and I was like, this is when like Tupac and Biggie was beefing, so I didn't like East Coast music. So I go to the Roots. The only other concerts I went to Santana and Diana Ross.
That's a fire one.
Yeah. No, I was with my girlfriend's parents. No, it wasn't fire.
No?
I mean, it was great, but I'm saying, like, I've never been a concert-going guy. I wish I was, but
I respect it.
But I've just never been that guy. Oh, Sade was the best thing I've ever seen my whole life live. But, yeah, I've never been to many concerts. No. Okay. I wish I was because it would have helped me learn how to put on a concert.
I go to kind of like, I'm there just like taking notes, anything.
What's concert you went to?
Rittz, Yin Yang
Yeah, but I don't count. I'm saying like what you go to Tool?
No. I mean, who the fuck did I just go see not too long ago? Not Tool. It is funny you bring up Tool. I went to the Dead with my homegirl on her birthday.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
And I told her I'd get her any shirt she wanted. And a dude in a Tool shirt walked by. She said, I want that shirt.
You couldn't get that shirt?
No, I got that shirt. Fuck yeah, I got that shirt for her. Yeah, I got it all on video too. Like, what was dope is I had one of my company shirts on, my It's Always Now shirts. Somebody's like, you got a shirt, swap them. So I ended up going shirt swapping them.
Oh, shit.
Dude did the shirt trade, but
not shirt swapping in the middle of the venue.
I had to get her the shirt.
No,
she
but
the shirt.
That's cool though. But now I wish I was a concert guy. I never have.
I want to say Dogs in a Pile, which is like a random, like a jam band.
I don't even know that. No disrespect.
Like, I didn't even expect that to be in your bracket.
I know who the fuck they are. Like, they don't know me
you
either.
Would probably know. Dude, you know who I saw live that I'm pissed I have to miss live because I have a wedding is fucking T-Pain. If you ever get a chance to see T-Pain live,
Oh, let me say this. I got on my show. The last thing I seen live was Teddy Swims, and he's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I brought you a patch, by the way,
That dude
too.
is so silly, man. He's fucking so good.
So how's somebody go about booking Rittz? What's the best way to book Rittz?
Hey, here's my email address if you want to book.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because okay, so normally, like, when I reach out to artists that I want to collab with or feature with, I'll hit their email and I'll find their email on their IG and shit. Yeah.
I mean, we know each other now. You got my phone.
I got you now. So okay, I appreciate that. And
but no, like, but back to your question, no, like, I gotta say this, Teddy Swims, God, he's so good. That was fun. That was fun. That was the last concert I've been to, and other than that, I've been to a bunch of old people concerts, and like, but Sade's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
you got any kids?
No,
No.
no. Me and my wife are alcoholics, and we made the right decision. And I have no children.
I'm on that same. I might adopt one day because I feel like those ones will like take care of you when you're older.
Yeah, I mean, I want kids, but I don't want them to crawl around broken glass and empty cigarette ashtrays.
And kids nowadays don't appreciate nothing.
Well, they
Nothing.
definitely want to appreciate broken glass and cigarette ashtrays in my wild ass life. People think what I rap about is fake sometimes. It's like, yo,
I don't think it is.
It's so not.
It's funny because like I said, I did a bunch of did a revamping of my memory. Just dove through a lot of all your old shit. I bumped White Jesus one and
Thank you.
and a bunch of other shit. And your one song interviews. I'm like, of course, I'm giving this dude an interview, and I'm listening to the song. I'm like,
No,
okay,
it's cool, but you know, some people get self-conscious about that. That was just like a concept.
yeah, and I fuck with the
So
concept
tell
too.
me, who is it? Yeah.
In your Wikipedia page, it says your last project was kind of based on your struggle with sobriety. Is that a real?
Well, I went to rehab in 2019. I had this song "Put a Crown on It" when I started CNT Records. That and the one video I shot was called Twin Lakes. It was like a singing record, but yeah, it definitely was. But a lot of people don't be knowing. They be like, yo, and like, I mean, I've been successful, but I put out since then. It was the Put a Crown on It. There was Picture Perfect. There was SOS. There was Mellow Elevation. So I've done a lot since then.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it was like when I got out, I had to do that shit.
Was White Jesus Volume 3 after Mellow Elevation? Because like
No, that was 2011.
So how it's like when I was trying to find the dates on that and I couldn't, but it looks like on YouTube it's uploaded after.
Yeah,
So
but
it's like, is that newer or no?
we couldn't get approved for some of the steps, so we just got to like put it out again.
Okay.
More like here's the anniversary, like yeah.
Respect.
Nah, hell no. White Jesus was more like me going off Yellowwood's budget for Shady at this and getting it recorded. Yeah, hell no.
It was funny seeing you talk about how re-linking with Yellow Wolf kind of inspired you to keep going at this shit, because as all of us artists know how discouraging this game can be and how easy it is to feel like you're not getting your flowers. And by the way, I know this isn't the end all be all, but this is also me giving you flowers.
Oh,
Dude, you are an amazing artist.
On, dog.
But
Thank you.
It's funny, Webby's actually,
Webby's a maniac. Shout out to Webby. What's up, big dog?
One of the reasons I didn't quit is I was literally sitting at home like, dude,
Webby's so successful, dude. He's killing it.
I was doing these $2 Tuesdays at my local fucking venue, barely getting anything, and I was like, I'm done. And my booking agent's like, you're opening up for Webby, dude.
Yeah. It's just like even me, like a lot of people look from the outside in, like, oh, you with Tech Nine, you with Yellow Wolf. The fact is, I'm not. I've been like always independent since the early '90s. But if it wasn't for those guys' help, they helped me regardless. And so those are my homeboys, and they do inspire me. So
They inspire. I know every person who views my podcast.
But the thing
as
is,
well as
they
you.
don't. The bad thing is they don't write like me, but they know they're wild. Not write like me, meaning I'm better, meaning they're a little bit more active. They're like, yo, man, Rittz when it gets last minute, this motherfucker grabs his pen up, But those are my buddies, man. I got so much love for them. Some people are like, hey, you don't fuck with them numbers. It's like, no, man, it's a business. It's a business.
And a lot of people don't understand too. It's like if you, as an artist, you want to give your team and your support room a different show every time too. So you don't want to if you did tours with Chris Webby for the rest of your career, it wouldn't be the same thing for your fans. You know what I'm saying?
What? With the fans sometimes.
Or just using that as an example.
No, I know what you're saying, but sometimes you got to pay your bills, so you got to.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You might have to do it just to pay the rent. You know?
And not that there's anything wrong with that.
And they'd be like, "What? You don't have money to pay your rent?" It's like, "No, motherfucker, I'm like you, motherfucker."
But people don't realize. A lot of people think that because I'm out here doing little shows and here and that.
Oh, you did that Rittz interview, man? How it was like, what? Rittz didn't put no money. Like, get the fuck out.
I'm still working on getting ad revenue and fucking sponsors on this thing, and I just do this because I love this shit, and I know. And again, feeding the content beast is something I like to do, and it's hard writing songs, right? Especially when you love it. And I don't even think I've produced a song that is up to my standard yet, let alone reaching out to some artists. So that's one of the reasons I built this platform.
There's only after a while where you could be like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like I know how to finesse it. I write, that's what I do for a living. So like, but there's only after a while I could be like, yeah, I was sitting here doing the interview, making an interlude, and I was, and just like I was floating down the water in the interlude, and just whatever. There's only so long you feel like writing about this shit, but that's your career, and you have to be blessed because you're not going and flipping burgers. But after so many years, like a long time. I mean, I'm not being exact, but interlude, intertube, interview can only last for so goddamn long. And if you've been rapping like that since the 90s, and you got to see some money pay off for that shit. That shit gets frustrating.
It's one of the reasons I won't like. I grew up obviously on fast rap, thinking, well, I'm gonna be a double timer, and I was just like, I watched Wiz Khalifa just blow up, and I'm like, this man is really taking his time.
Man, I got stuck in a box for rapping fast only because around 2005. Matter of fact, right now, me and Vinny sitting here, Young Jock, Yin Yang Twins is on the stage. So when like Lil Jon came out 2004, after that 50 Cent era, the G Unit shit, the beat slowed down to a certain tempo. There was T.I., obviously 50 and them were there, but the game was starting shit. It was a weird, obviously Eminem was already there, but he was rapping on Dr. Dre. God, Eminem ain't even no one to talk about. Same thing with Jay-Z. But the fact is, I had to figure out, how do I rap on beats that are slow without sounding like, yeah, I got a bracelet, yeah, my neck is lit, I'm sitting there with a reckless bitch, and like, so without sounding like T.I., so I started double timing, and I got stuck in that. So like, I have to double time all the time now, and I'm good at it, but it's also not that easy unless you want to say,
you got to write twice as much.
Yeah, unless you want to say chair and hair, and I don't care, and who cares, and bear. But I mean, I try to put content in my shit. And like, man, that double timing shit, you be getting stuck in that shit. That's just crazy. It's a lot of work.
So obviously you got the Evil Twin cigars. Shout out Evil Twin.
Oh yeah, shout out to my boy Brian, Bravado Cigars. Yeah.
How many stogies? How average you smoke a stogie? I know that's so weird.
I don't as much as like now because like I've been going through like real personal life stuff, like with my family, like with my wife. So like we've been separated. So she lives up the street where I have a cigar room. So I live at the crib with my family and pay for my house up there. So like, I try to smoke one once a day, but at the end of the day, you be smoking one like once a week. But you really want to like, push it because you got a reputable person backing you. But yeah, Bravado Cigar Club is gangster. Bro.
Is it a fucking shame if somebody like busts one of those down and fills it with bud?
Nah, everybody asks me. It's like, nah, this some cigar shit.
Yeah.
Just some old man, like where you like enjoy your cigar.
Yeah.
And the tobacco. Oh, what is this from Ecuador? It's one of those things where you develop a passion. I developed that. Speaking of what you spoke about earlier, I developed that with sobriety. When I got sober, it was like, you know what? I enjoy cigars. Like this is great. Like, and it helped me. It helped me be like sober. And I said it was keep, but it's kelp together. But you know what I'm saying? It kept me sober and like doing that shit where I smoked cigars. It was cool, and I still do right now. Man, I got the Evil Twin out right now. Thing is this: men are weird. They'll be like, first of all, we don't smoke flavored cigars. Well, I'm like, yo, my fan base doesn't like cigars, so like, I'm gonna stretch my balls out I like flavored cigars, motherfucker. So like, let's sell some flavored cigars, and let people that don't smoke cigars enjoy a nice little vanilla, or a nice little this that they say women smoke that. It's like, fuck that, dude.
It's funny that vanilla I figured would be like a common cigar, or in my mind
It's
that's
not
like
though. All men like to smoke nothing flavored. All they do is like the size of the
Okay.
band, make it look like you're a gangster or something. But no. So like, yeah, I was really about that, and I still am. I'm very blessed to have. And shout out to my DJ Chris Crisis, that hooked me up with Privada Cigars. But yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened.
So yeah, man. I mean, we cooked through all of my questions. We've been
Cool, man. I'm about to interview now.
Yeah.
What are you up to, bro? What's going on next?
Okay. So one of the reasons I wasn't on this lineup as well is I got Tough Act to Follow 2, Funkin' Waffles. Hopefully this will be out by then. That's on the
Fucking Waffles?
Funkin' Waffles.
Oh, Funkin'
Funkin' Waffles. A little 300-person room that I work out of. I have this.
Oh, I thought that was like your next project now.
No. My project that's coming out soon, and it's going to be re-released. It's called Vinnie Madison.
Oh, cool.
And it's a play on Billy Madison. I recreated shots from the movie. I'm using the house from the movie
that's dope.
to do shots
That's
from
dope.
that and
That's
shit.
dope.
And then I'm working on a full band thing as well. So I'm actually pulling back
Yeah,
this
good
year.
for you.
One of the
Good for you.
reasons, again, I wasn't on this lineup tonight, because they usually, any hip hop shit they throw me on because I fill a room out in this city, is I'm on a proximity clause for my show.
Look, they told me when I pulled up, they was like, yo, if you ain't with Finny tonight, we ain't gonna sell no tickets. So,
I mean,
what you gonna do?
right. No, they filled this bitch. But
Nah, man. Thank
so
you.
yeah, I got
man.
the Tough Act to Follow too.
I wish you the best of luck, and thanks for interviewing
It's always
me.
now a
and-
podcast thing.
Yeah. Let's but thank y'all, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
We
to.
here with Vinny and everything.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, but thank you, man. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Post me up.